The Coastal Carolina Fair is a joyous and exciting annual event for thousands of visitors, but its real purpose is to help local charities further their missions and has been doing so since 1957. We're happy to be joined by Reverend Bill Stansfield, CEO for Metanoia, one of the many recipients of the funds raised at the fair. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So Metanoia, tell us about this organization.
We're a community development focused organization operating in the southern end of North Charleston. We pursue a strategy that involves sort of coming alongside communities that are oftentimes looked at as purely deficient or needy and asking what might be working here that we can invest in to grow it. And we do that in three areas: youth leadership development, housing development, and economic development.
And you helped start this organization.
I did, alongside some other residents from the community way back in 2000. So we've been around about 20 years now.
I was going to say, you're celebrating 2 decades. That's
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
Yeah.
How many people do you think you've served in all that time?
Gosh, it would be several hundred. We operate year-round programming for young people from first grade all the way up through high school graduation and college, and then we have built over 40 homes for folks.
Wow.
And we have about 26 homes, either both rental and home ownership, underway right now. And we do some economic development projects supporting local black-owned businesses along Reynolds Avenue. And we have a jobs partnership with a local manufacturing company, Urban Electric Company. So we have a lot of things going on up where we are. So
It sounds like a very holistic organization. You really kind of touch lives in many different areas.
That's right. We really believe that we began really focused on young people in the neighborhood, and we continue to carry that emphasis. But through those relationships with young people in the neighborhood, you realize that you can offer the best after-school care in the world, and if a young person's going on home to a house that's falling apart, that can all be undone. So it's been in an effort to love those young people, support them, that we've gotten involved in economic development projects, job creation, housing development as well. And we really believe that whole communities create whole people.
Yeah.
And so by focusing kind of holistically with the neighborhood, you can help the whole neighborhood kind of improve itself from the inside out.
Absolutely. So how much does the fair help? Because they've got at least 50 charities that they're giving money to every year that they have these fairs. So what kind of a dent has it made in your coffers in terms of adding to them and helping you further your mission?
Well, I'd say that their reliability and being willing to fund organizations that submit winning proposals to them every year is very helpful to organizations like not just Metanoia, but all kinds of organizations across the Lowcountry. The fair has helped us fund vans to transport mentors from the college out to the neighborhood. It's helped us fund computers. It's helped us fund a room for volunteers to gather, all kinds of things within the community that help support our ongoing program all year long. Yeah. And so, it's not as if they give hundreds of thousands of dollars to individual organizations, but they spread out a wealth of grants to different organizations from within the community that over many years' time can be hugely helpful to those organizations. It certainly has been for us.
Well, I can only imagine, and with the number of lives that you do touch every single year, that always comes back around too, because I think a lot of the people that you help, they want to then help the next generation and they want to give back. So do you have a lot of people that have kind of stayed within the organization to also be the bearer of that torch?
We do. We oftentimes have young people that have grown up attending our programs, for example, that will be in college and come back and mentor young people that are in similar places as they were. We've had any number of students like that, and that carries a lot of traction with young people in the neighborhood. It's one thing for me to say something, but when a young person that grew up in the neighborhood that's now in college comes back and mentors a young person, they have a lot more credibility. Yeah. And so it's great that the Exchange Club can support that kind of work over many years' time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, this kind of work. And so the stability, the strength of our Exchange Club, we have a real gift in the Charleston region, really the strongest Exchange Club in the country. Yeah. And the fact that they put on this fair and give away grants to organizations over many years, that sustained effort over many years is what makes a real difference.
Yeah, that Exchange Club has had a rather intimate connection to the fair, from the very beginning.
I think so. As far as I know, they do run it now, and I think they've always basically run it, and run it really not just to allow people from the Lowcountry to have a good time, which is a good thing, but really run it in order to benefit organizations like ourselves and others across the region and doing good work all year long.
That's right. So if anybody hasn't realized this just yet, but you do not know how important it is to go out to the Latson Fairgrounds, get your fried butter, get your turkey laid, ride some rides, and give back to the community. I want to thank you so much, Reverend, for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
We're back in 2 minutes.